This is the afternoon video update. This is for Thursday, the 29th of June. I'm James Spann. We've got two issues to deal with today. We've got the summer heat, and we have the chance of severe storms with an MCS moving down towards the Tennessee Valley of North Alabama. In fact, let's go right to the radar, and let's talk about what's happening here. You can see that organized massive storms, an MCS, mesoscale convective system, coming down through parts of southern Tennessee. And those have prompted severe thunderstorm warnings in effect there, and those will likely be pushing into extreme North Alabama in the next 20 to 30 minutes. And we're doing this update live at 2:40 this afternoon, so by 3 o'clock, those storms should be crossing the state line into North Alabama. The main concern will be from strong, potentially damaging straight-line winds. This is a thunderstorm cluster coming on top of the heat ridge, a ridge runner, if you will, then moving down the periphery of that big upper high, the heat dome. And we do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for the Tennessee Valley of North Alabama until 7 o'clock tonight. And again, the main concern coming from strong straight-line winds. There could be some small hail involved. And again, we'll check the radar again before we go. Here's the big picture, and obviously the big expansive heat ridge covers the southern states. And notice on the northern and eastern flank of that, those big clusters of thunderstorms, there's the visible satellite view, and it's a sunny, hot day across the state, but we got those high cirrus clouds coming from those storms over Tennessee down through parts of north and northeast Alabama. And again, that's the radar composite. And again, here's an actual look at the high-top radar. And again, for those that are watching live, you know the update time here. But for those watching later, this is at 2:41 on Thursday afternoon. Those storms came through Nashville with some strong winds earlier today, and those should be coming into the Tennessee Valley fairly soon. And of course, the other issue, it's the heat for many spots. This is the hottest day so far this year. Birmingham leading the way at 96, and it's the classic UHI effect, urban heat island in the city, because notice outlying areas are not as hot. For example, Cullman has 88. It's 90 for Anniston and Gadsden, Tuscaloosa 93. But the winner in the heat parade is Mobile at 97. Very oppressive. High dew points, the heat index approaching 110 down in Mobile today. And again, this is the watch warning map. And understand, everybody's going to be hot the next few days. Some under an excessive heat warning, some under a heat advisory, some under an excessive heat watch, some with no advisories at all. But all 67 Alabama counties is going to be hot. And again, those heat advisories extend off to the north and west of here. So here's the severe weather outlook for tonight. And again, a moderate risk over parts of Illinois with a big bow-shaped echo coming through there this afternoon. And again, quite a change from this morning. We now have a level 2 out of 5 risk of severe storms over North Alabama, really as far south as about Gardendale and Fayette and Sulligent and Gadsden and Boaz. The areas there in yellow, that's a level 2 out of 5, a marginal risk down to near Demopolis, Clanton, and Roanoke. And the main concern with those storms dropping south, it's coming from strong straight-line winds. And the models have not handled the convective cluster well at all. In fact, if you watch the morning video, we showed the high-resolution HER. The HER model, valid this evening, showed nothing at all. And models often struggle with patterns like this. This is tomorrow, and again, the chance of severe storms on top of the heat ridge, and we've got a marginal risk over parts of northeast and east central Alabama, again, for the possibility of what we have today, a cluster of storms dropping south on the periphery of the heat. And then on day 3, which is Saturday, pretty much the same thing, a chance of strong storms over parts of north and east Alabama. So this is the rain for the next 7 days. Average amounts about 1 inch between now and Thursday morning of next week. We do expect to see an increase in the number of showers and storms next week as the air becomes more unstable and the heat ridge weakens. And quickly in the tropics, if you're beachbound, Gulf of Mexico just fine. No issues there anytime soon. We have that one disturbance that is in the Atlantic, well to the east of the United States, and the Hurricane Center giving that thing only a 10% chance of developing. It's not going to happen. Bottom line is no tropical storms, no hurricanes to worry about for a while. So model fans, here we go, the GFS, the 12Z run. This is valid tomorrow afternoon at 4. And you see the 594 ring around Macomb, Mississippi. That's the center of the heat. It expands into Texas and east into parts of Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee. And again, tomorrow we'll be up in the upper 90s. Some spots may be touching 100. The heat index 105 to 110. And understand, these models are just not helping with these convective masses coming on top of the heat ridge. There could be another cluster of storms like today, and we'll be watching for that. These are the anomalies tomorrow, and triple-digit heat is likely up into much of Missouri tomorrow. This is Saturday, still pretty hot. Again, sure looks like we could see mid to upper 90s in many spots. And again, the heat index well above 100. And we will mention a few scattered storms on Saturday. And the same thing on Sunday. You don't see any green splotches on the map, but again, an afternoon storm a possibility. Heat levels creeping down with low to mid 90s on Sunday. And then by Monday, we're expecting highs in the low 90s, which is average. That's where we should be for this time of the year. And again, yes, there could be a storm in scattered random spots. And the same thing on Tuesday. This is the 4th of July, Independence Day. Classic summer weather, partly sunny, the chance of a pop-up storm in spots, the high around 90 degrees. And Wednesday, pretty much the same thing. And this is a week from today, Thursday, the 6th of July. Good to see the blue on that map. That means the heights are coming down, the air more unstable. Showers and storms should be higher in number as the air becomes more unstable. Let's go out 10 days. This is Sunday, July the 9th. Pretty good trough coming down across the Great Plains states. And for us, it looks like classic summer weather. Partly sunny, scattered afternoon and evening storms, highs upper 80s to near 90. Rain for Birmingham coming off the GFS ensemble. The mean is the green line there, about 3 inches between now and the 15th of July. And still pretty hot, obviously, tomorrow and Saturday. That's kind of the headline. But notice how things trend downward after that. And by the end of next week, highs upper 80s. We'll take that. And hot off the presses, got the brand new CPC guidance for the 8 to 14-day period. This is for July 7th through July 13th. Temperatures near average for the northern half of the state, maybe a little above average for the southern counties. So once again, let's go up here to the Tennessee Valley and take a look at the radar. And again, we're doing this update live at 2:47 Central Time. And at this point, we do not have any active warnings for the storms coming down through southern Middle Tennessee. They're approaching Lawrenceburg and Fayetteville. And again, they should be near the Alabama-Tennessee state line about 3 o'clock this afternoon. And again, nice to see we have no warnings in effect. And of course, the question is, will the ridge win here? The warm air aloft, the stable air, the upper high, will it squelch those things like a bug on a windshield? And they might. The ridge might do that. It just might totally fizzle out once it gets south of the Tennessee River. But again, this is the current watch. That's a severe thunderstorm watch for the Tennessee Valley until 7. SPC electing not to issue the watch farther to the south with the concept that the storms could fizzle out south of the Tennessee River. But again, they do maintain that chance of severe storms down into areas a little south of Birmingham. So we'll be watching radar trends carefully to see if the storms can hold together. And if they do, the other thing to note, these summer storms on a hot day like today can be very, very, very proficient lightning producers, hundreds of ground strokes. And remember, the rule is 8 miles, but you really don't need to worry about 8 miles just when you hear thunder get in. And again, the storms could be strong, but they have weakened a little bit since coming south of Nashville, and hopefully that trend will continue, but we'll be watching carefully over the next couple of hours. So again, we are going to be programming weather radios today. Because of those storms, I am staying back here at the station this afternoon, but our team is in Oxford. We are at Oxford Lumber Ace Hardware, and beginning at 4 o'clock, here in about an hour, we'll be there between 4 and 6:30. And if you need your weather radio checked, this is the time to do it. Come by and see us. We have a big team there. If you need a weather radio, this is the time to get one because you can buy one. We'll program it for you on the spot. They have a good inventory in stock there today, and every home needs one. Every business needs one. You've got to have one if you live in Alabama. So again, we'll be at the Oxford Lumber Ace Hardware from 4 until 6:30 this evening, programming weather radios. Come see us if you need help. Tomorrow I'll be at United Ability in Birmingham, seeing a big crowd there. That'll be good. And don't forget, Saturday, it's our book signing in Cordova, Walker County. We'll be there between 1 and 3, have a big independence celebration, kind of kicking off the 4th of July long holiday weekend. We'll have the weather T-shirts and be able to personally sign the books and take a lot of pictures, and it's a lot of fun. So one more time, before we go, there's a look at the radar. This is at 2:49 Central Time. And again, that cluster of storms weakening right now. We hope that trend continues. They're currently under severe limits, and there's a good chance the ridge could win the battle. And if the ridge wins, the storms fizzle, and once they get past the Tennessee River, and it just stays dry. And there's a real chance that happens. But again, we'll just kind of keep an eye on radar trends and watch that carefully. And of course, we do invite you to watch us on television this evening, right across the hall. Studio A, ABC 3340 News this evening at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.